Live Classic Rock is returning when Come Together's big year-end bash presents the greatest 20 rock songs of all time. We found the all-star band at the Lab rehearsing for the 3-date tour. Along with bandleader Jol Mulholland, we also spoke with Julia Deans just after this run-through of Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. And so we see you're singing Kashmir, which you sang when you did the whole Led Zeppelin thing. So tell me about your relationship with Led Zeppelin. Is there one?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I was about 13, went away on a church camp, youth group camp.
Right.
And I think my parents had been in the quite don't listen to secular music vein. So I think the first morning of this camp, we were all sleeping in bunk beds, and I saw the door open to the cabin, and a ghetto blaster got slid in through the door, and then this arm came in and pressed play on the ghetto blaster, and the thing that came out of it was the start of Good Times, Bad Times, the down out. And by the time I went to the down out second thing, I just sat bolt upright in bed and was like, what is this? Yeah, because I'd never heard it before. And that's kick-started my love affair with Led Zeppelin. I just got obsessed, and then they were the secondary reason that I wanted to be a musician.
Right.
The first was a Muppet Show.
Oh, of course. Why not?
I guess you're open to all these things,
Yeah.
and everything's really exciting at that time of life. And when you hear something for the first time,
Yep.
it sort of becomes, at that age, it becomes ingrained in your fibers.
So in addition to Kashmir, what other goodies have we got lined up for this show?
I'm singing Helter Skelter by the Beatles.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And Moon Age Daydream by Bowie.
Oh, good.
Also
Okay.
another one of my hot faves.
And how do you guys decide who's going to do what? Is there like mud wrestling and whoever wins at the end, or what?
There are definitely bottom lips coming out when we get the list of who's playing. We'll say, but it's usually decided by Joel and Simone.
Okay.
And obviously if we know what the songs are going to be. With this, we didn't know what the songs were going to be.
Right.
So it was definitely like a lottery. I'm totally happy. I think we're all happy with what we've got.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
But yeah, often when we're doing an album, we can just go.
Yeah. All right, and you guys are singing background on "Comfortably Numb," which is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
So.
The band are there the whole time. They have a mammoth job.
Yep.
Like their musicianship is insane, and they get everything exactly right. And then us singers just kind of bumble in, and
But I'm very impressed with the band because they sound like a band. They don't sound like a covers band.
They've been doing these shows for a while now, and all of them have a history, prior to that of playing in bands together. I mean, you've got basically got Pluto,
right,
and a couple of extra stars,
and the bands.
So they've got that easy language already from musicians who work together.
Yeah,
sort of start.
Yeah.
Finishing each other's musical sentences, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we're so lucky to sing with a band like that.
Okay, now we're here with Jol Mulholland, band leader for the Come Together thing. It's been quite a year.
We didn't even think we were going to do another show,
right?
Like after the last show, which was awesome. But it's a best of show that you have obviously heard about. But it's been like down to the wire as to what songs to put into the set, and they're all kind of songs we're familiar with, of course, drawn upon from all the previous shows we've done. But there's also some surprises in there. Songs I never thought I'd play on a guitar, let alone in front of people. So
I can't wait to find out what those are. I don't want to give away anything.
I'll try not to give anything away.
But at the same time, so this must be a special challenge this time around because Oh, the
Yeah.
other ones you must have, like if you're doing all U2 or all Led Zeppelin or all Stones, there's kind of a thing you lock
headspace.
into.
Yeah,
whereas
there's
this one's
totally a headspace, and even in the nerdy kind of world, there's a certain guitar or a certain pedal. I'm talking about for Brett and I, the
Yeah.
guitarists.
This is my edge
that you
sound.
you kind of these iconic guitarists are usually involved. So you're having to, with this show, with the best of, get cover all those bases of all these amazing instrumental kind of virtuosos and tone masters, and it is quite, it's a challenge.
I've been to many other shows, they've all been great.
Yeah.
But something seemed to happen U2 post. Like you guys really sounded like a real band rather than just a bunch of people playing together. I mean, you all were always playing together great, but did you feel that at all as you progressed?
Totally. In fact, I've felt that the more shows we've done, obviously, because we're lucky enough to use, we've become this kind of cool unit, the come together band, so to speak. And some people come and go a little bit, but the core band, I mean, we've played so many shows now, and there's a synergy you get from that, right? You can get in, this is a big ask, like, hey, here's 26 to 28 to 35 Beatles songs. We've got 3 days to rehearse. You've got to kind of get ahead of it in some way, and I think having this amazing band helps with that.
Yeah.
And then I agree, after that U2 one, something kind of clicked up a gear. I look back on that, and then the Led Zeppelin show as well.
Well, I was just talking to Julia. I told her I'd seen Zepp once, the post-Bonham version.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were much better than they were.
Oh, Marty. Thanks,
Jimmy
man.
Page was
Thank
drunk,
you.
but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys were awesome, man.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah. It was freaking awesome to have like a Marshall, like big amps and a really direct sound. We were just straight into the amps, and it felt like less intense than some of the other shows, even though it was like some of the most humongous, iconic moments in rock history. And it's like, oh yeah, we're bowing down here, and it's like, how can we even be doing this? But it didn't feel like that. It felt like comfortable. And I think from, like you say, like from the U2 one and then Zepp, it's just gone like that, just as a comfortability factor and feeling confident.
Yep. So were you thinking about next year?
Oh my God, am I allowed to say? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, it's funny because our boss, the person, one of the people that comes up with the ideas for what to do next year, or I mean, we've talked about it for a while, something by Radiohead.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that might go over well.
It might. It's just hard to know because it's like it's very. I feel like it's left of field, but that's what we reckon the U2 one was as well. It was kind of a bit of a punt, but it ended up being so rewarding and so fun for everybody. The audience really liked it too.
Yeah. Well, Tom, did you see Tom York when he was here?
Yeah, that was one of the best shows I've been to in a long time. It was cool. So yeah, big fan of that. Apart from that, I mean, it would be safe to say we might look at another Led Zeppelin album.
Fair enough.
Which is really cool. Probably Led Zepp 4 would be my punt, but
Physical Graffiti.
Yeah, Houses of the Holy. I mean,
it goes on and on.
All good.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, it's going to be fun this weekend when you guys are playing. Thanks for letting us in.
And she's buying love,